like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity, and if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly up, but it did exactly what we thought it would do. We know the stock market closed early yesterday. That brings liquidity back into the market. Of course, once the stock market opens again, then, of course, we'll have a pullback. It's the same game, guys. We know it's all manipulated. But the thing about crypto, guys, it never sleeps. And that's going to change the whole financial industry. Now, we had Blackrock named Coinbase as its surveillance partner. And we know Coinbase has been getting the benefit off of these spot Bitcoin ETF news. But guys, remember, when I first started, I did videos on Brian Armstrong all the time, and he clearly stated they were building the new digital economy, and we know that is the fourth industrial revolution, where the machines take over and pay each other with crypto, not a human involved. And we know that takes the power away from the people. The system that we have right now, the people still control it. If you go home off your job, everything stops. Once the machines take over, that won't be the case. No more reason for unions. Even though unions have been taken over, we know how strong unions used to be. That's the reason why jobs that still have unions get paid great wages and great benefits. But it's only a few left. And we know once the NWO flips the switch on the fourth industrial revolution, of course, the power from those unions will leave. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates, even though the bond market closed early, were moving up. The dollar was moving up. Volume in crypto right now was flat. We have Tether, USDC, and then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo moved back down to 1.9 trillion. And looking at the repo, we'll let you know how the market is going, down about 100 billion. And don't forget, the central banks are raising rates and running off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, the only thing you have to do is go on the Fed website, and you'll see how they are propping up this economy, and you'll see how weak the actual consumer is. The Fed website is so important because you get to see all the data, the loans that these small banks are receiving just to stay alive, the consumer in so much credit card debt. Guys, you get to see the numbers. Take the time. I know it's boring, but it pays off at the end. Now we have the city of Jinan accept CBDC payments for bus rides. And guys, we know China and the emerging markets are going to lead the fourth industrial revolution. But we've seen plenty of testing from China when it comes to the CBDC. They're ready to flip that switch next year. And then we know they're going to be in full effect in 2025. And the United States, of course, is behind. And we're just going to be flipping that switch in 2025. Of course, this month, we have Fed now, which we know that the banks are going to need plenty of liquidity. And that's the reason why they're raising capital requirements. Remember, guys, this is a plan and moves in phases. Doesn't happen overnight. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale sitting about $26.2 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Poly Network urges users to withdraw after exploit affects 57 crypto assets. And hacker minted 1 billion tokens from thin air. And guys, you know how I feel about these hacks. Now we have Ton Blockchain launches on-chain encrypted messaging feature. And guys, this feature is only to ton users, but we know how important it's going to be when it comes to privacy. Encrypted messages are going to be so important. Now we have BitGet launches crypto loan product despite 2022 troubles in the sector. And of course, guys, when we enter into that bull utility run, majority of people are going to want to get loans off the money if they need money. They're not going to want to touch the cryptos if they're moving up. Now we have Optimism, Aptos, and Apecoin set for its largest token unlock in July. worth over $100 million combined. And guys, we'll see whether they'll move the dates. And then lastly, guys, we have China's central bank appoints new top Communist Party official. And anytime I research the NWO puppets, of course, I look and see where they went to school. And of course, he went to school right along with the puppets. So we know the NWO has their man. And remember, only thing he has to do is move everyone off the United States dollar. We know how big the Belt and Road is, and we know the mission, the fall of America to Babylon along with the United States world reserve currency and the rise of the emerging markets led by China and that digital yuan backed by that digital SDR. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows, when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.